would be easiest to call Gina Willis an internet sensation, but there is far, far more to her game than that.
I'm also known for like my pound cakes, and I was just baking for people and making dishes, and it literally took off from there. You never could have told me that it would have happened like this.
Those of you who don't know are now going to be very glad you do. Gina Willis is not a chef. Gina's not an expert. She's not anything fancy in her book. She just loves to cook. And she's fortunate enough that her brand has exploded. It's been red hot for a handful of years now.
BJ Dennis, Chef BJ. I met him on Instagram, actually, of all places. And we would talk back and forth about food and about, being geeky and stuff. And he invited me to be in an article that he was in with Bon Appetit. And I showed my smothered crabs. Okay, from there, it just went bam. Bam is the next week I had a shoot in Atlanta with Atlanta Home Magazine. Bam is I was in Essence, a little blurb, but it was important to me.
The phone started ringing off the hook. People asking her to cater this event, that event, or the other. She was busier than she'd ever been. Everyone in search of her spin on some Gullah Geechee cuisine. Seafood heavy, sure, but this stuff is rich and always sexy looking. Most importantly, it is delicious. Her following on social media is worldwide. Her stage? The kitchen in her Savannah home.
I think what is so funny, if I do something that I feel like is spectacular, people are like, that's okay. But if I do like some oxtails or some short ribs, no, I think it was some smothered chicken I did, and it went crazy. I did, I think it was like maybe last year, I did some like Hennessy wings, because I like to smoke infused things. That had like 200,000 views, some wings.
This is where she does it all. No fancy studios, no fancy equipment, just a talented lady and a stove and her phone.
Well, let me say, I take cooking very seriously. I practice on it every day. I don't care if I'm scrambling an egg. I want the egg to look right when it's plated. So every day I practice with something. I don't care if it's how I plate something, if it's how I position things. I'm learning now on when you're taking photographs, how things have to, meet the eye. So I practice every day.
That is one secret. The other is passion. Gina tells me she's regularly approached by people looking to do something similar to what she's doing. And she tells all of them, you've just got to love it.
I'm like, you have to pay your dues. You have to get out there and roll your sleeves up. And it's not as easy as it looks. Everybody's like, oh, I can cook that, I can cook this, or, I cook this well. You might cook it well for your family, but do you cook it well enough for the masses? That's different. So I just feel like you have to put the work in, and you have to really love food.
If it seems like she's having fun, it's because she is. She'll tell you that yes, it is business, but it is also still a hobby. So much so, she says she's got enough on her plate now that she regularly turns work away. If she thinks you'll enjoy it, she might just go for it. Otherwise, she's likely to pass on your gig. The day we visited, she made me a charred corn and collard green chowder with spicy shrimp. You think it looks delicious?
Uh-oh, I see a little smile. Wait a minute, I see a big smile. You like it? You like it?
That is, and you just made that up today.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just gotta put it together.
And I can taste the greens and the spice on the shrimp and the crunch on the corn.
Yeah.
So where can you find out what Gina is cooking? The sexy daily features are available on Instagram if you want to find out more about her line of cookbooks or anything else she's doing, or if she is interested in working for your party. Find it all right now at whatsginacooking.com.